pulled open. We've pulled up anchor to go around to the Windward Marina at a very shallow little tributary to go up, and this freaking mist is coming back down again. It was open, the sun was shining, yeah, and it's jamming off again. So man, it's 1:30. It's actually 1:45. We've been waiting the whole day for this freaking stuff to lift up so we can go and tie up. Lots of grey out there. That's what I remember from St Augustine. I can just make it out. You can see the buoy here, which is where you have to stay outside of that. I don't know if there's a vessel coming through here or what. Looks like something there. Yeah, it looks nice now. A little bit of sun come out all of a sudden. That's enclosing. Now you can see a little bit. Sure. Opened up. Yeah, and then it closes in and you can see jack shit again. Ooh, I'm gonna have to freaking go slow here. There's one of the markers in a yacht in the mist there. This is like the mooring field. There's another marker here, which is not even shown on the charts. Yeah, it's a little bit disconcerting when it's like this. Just come out of gear and just take it easier. This marker ain't where it is on the chart, so that's interesting. Cannot see the other bank at all. There's another marker here. And there's none on the chart there, so interesting. Let's have a look on Navionics. Oh, I'm a bit over to the left on Navionics. Shit. A little bit over to the left, but yeah, there's the marker anyway. Don't know what you can see there on Navionics. Just starting to clear up on the bank on the other side now. The guy said it had cleared up a bit further, so there's a marker, a couple of markers here. That's the one that they're showing on the chart, that's correct. A little bend to the right now in the murk. Yeah, so the last little bit of movement on the Lyra. So sad that she's coming to be left in a place like this. Freaking miserable. Maybe in the summertime it's cool here, but this winter, the cold and the mist and the wet and the... Yeah, less said the better. Very sad. It's been freaking miserable last month for us. We haven't been off the boat for Christmas, not for New Year. Just been working, cleaning, sorting, waiting. But yeah, that's how it's gone. There's another bridge up ahead there. Shit. Yeah, so we're turning just ahead of it. We're going up that little channel over there, which looks pretty tight, but thank goodness it's actually clearing up now. I can actually see what's going on here. Starting to see a bit of the picture now. Auntie's been very worried. Ah, now you can see the bank on the side here, a couple of houses, jetties, boats, same thing as West Palm. Die mense het baie geld hier, so there's a little boat coming up here. Ah, it's starting to clear up really nicely now. Thank goodness.
On the right?
No, these are pylons. We've got to turn the last markers to the right there, so yeah, it's at least looking freaking doable now. Holy shit, it was bad earlier. Yeah, we're going to go into this little tributary there. There's the yard there, and you can see it across there. You can see there's a big flatland here, wetland here, and that looks like the yard. You can see all the masts and stuff there. We're going to find out now the moment of truth. Can they take this boat out here? That's going to be the question. Otherwise this whole exercise has been pretty futile. And there's the entrance to the tributary we got to go into, so keep the red on the right, boy. It's not Ayala B, Ayala A. It's amazing, these tributaries look so tight on the chart. I think it is going to be up the top there, but in real life they're a lot bigger than what's on the chart. That's what we found the last while, but you just never know how wide these channels are and how shallow it is on the sides, you know. So it's pretty deep here still, so Yeah, your first time in anywhere is always a bit dodgy, and to come in here on that thick mist that we had there, I was not keen to do that. I'm super stoked it's cleared up. I was scared it was going to open up and then shut down again. I was actually wondering if we'd even get a day today, because sometimes in these places, these cool areas, it just stays like that for the day if there's no wind. So anyway, here we are. Big wetland. I wonder what the guys catch. I see guys fishing. I haven't seen anybody catch anything since we've been here, so I think it's slim pickings. Enough masts sticking up there. We'll see now if they're going to be able to do this. There's a lot more boats up there than what is on the photographs of the yard on their website, so I'm hoping the story is going to be better than what we think it's going to be, and all will work out for John. Coming around the bend here. I think that's the yard at the end there. I don't know. The big building. We shall see. I really hope this works out for John. Sincerely hope so. It's been a freaking big detour. I really hope that they can do the job. And there she is, tied up. It's the yard here. All tied up. That's it there. 25,832 miles on this vessel. And I think I've been on every single one of them. But yeah, that's the end for us, I'm afraid. Put the Zodiac's cover back on again. We're going home regardless of the outcome here. I don't know what they're going to do. Very sad way to end everything. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I did the walkthrough with Andrew on the boat this morning, went through everything, defects list, documents, blah 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 blah. So the yard at St Augustine's, we've got a lot of boats here. Yeah, unfortunately, my greatest fear has come to pass, and for John as well, because they cannot haul us out here. Their dolly system is not big enough to haul out a 62-foot boat. They're supposed to be able to haul out the 620s, which is the exact same boat, and they can't do it. So, but yeah, Andrew's going to have to take the boat down to Fort Pierce or Fort Canaveral, and we're going home tomorrow. Last night on the Lyra.
Yeah, last night.
Over and out.
Almost there. Yep, another chapter.
Yeah, at last we're actually on land. We've been here for how long? Actually on the 30th. So we've been on the boat for 5 days looking at this from the boat, and finally got to see it on land. There's the entrance of the cut that we came through, and we were anchored up here, basically up there somewhere. Now there's a hectic current that comes through in this cut, and I mean the boats swing around like on the change of the tide, so you've got to be super careful how close you are. You can see the sandbank there. We were actually anchored sort of next to that blue boat back there. So yeah, and that's the bridge we went through in the mist. You can actually see what it looks like now. When we went through, it was completely closed up. You're gonna sit down and have a freaking meal and relax with a lot less cares in the world compared to what we had before. Yeah, it's going to be quite a relief and quite different to be just chilling.
You need to see this place.
Where's the restaurants you're saying? This looks nice. Let's go and sit and have a beer there.
That looks
and
going down, you must see it. You need to go across the road and film it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, go up the bridge there if you can. Oldest town in America. The boys would love this. He obviously loves Brandon. Yeah. Super pretty. It's like the town main center hub. Going up over the bridge. Super pretty. Yeah, it's amazing. All the last days, except for this morning, it's been completely missed it over until like 11 or 12 in the morning. Yesterday was until 1:30, and then 5 o'clock it just came down like a blanket again. So this is the first day, the first morning there actually hasn't been mist, and it's because there's a breeze blowing, a south breeze. There's some shitty weather coming tomorrow with rain, so
the timing.
yeah, it's a good day for us to actually come and have a look, because it's actually warm today and it's open and clean. So yeah, this is the Bridge of Lions. This is the one we came through in the mist yesterday. And the Pui River. Now those are fixed bridges. You can't go underneath there with our air draft of 85 feet. So, and the other bridge further down, the big bridge further down, you can't go underneath either. So you got to be, if you're going down this ICW, you got to be aware of your air draft and the height of your mast, because you can't just go down the ICW all the way. You have to like go out and come back in again. If you've got a small air draft, you can do it, but not with Lyra. Now if you come here on a boat, it's definitely advisable to get a swing mooring. Unfortunately it was packed for the new year and they had no moorings for 65-foot boats. So yeah, you can see the mooring field here, which is where you want to be, because you can rotate with the current. There's no danger of hitting anything. But when you're on anchor, this little guy here coming through anchor last night right next to us. I had to start the motors just now. This looks far away now, but he was right against us earlier, and this guy was up there. And what's happened now is the wind's blowing us all up our anchor chains, and the current's opposing the wind. So the boats are behaving in a very random freaking way. And here lots of cheering and stuff going on land. We'd love to go, but seriously worried about leaving the boats, because everything here is just meandering on its own way. So if we leave the boat, you might end up with a freaking calamity here. We were anchored between where the little houseboats coming down now, that orange mark at the back, and the big pylons. We were anchored basically in line with those pylons, because that whole area there was full of boats. It's all emptied out now. But yeah, geez, they're swinging, and you got a pylon behind you and a pylon in front of you, and the current's doing like 4 knots. If you start dragging, it's not going to take long and you're gone. Anyway, we're done with that now. Yeah, we had a lovely meal and a walk around the old town, which is really touristy but pretty interesting, and then had to return to the yacht for the last time. Yeah, it was a very sad sunset as we walked back onto the walk on moorings. To see her standing alone, tied up in the sunset, it took a few moments, and yeah, hard to describe the feelings you have having to say goodbye. You become so bonded to these boats, you spend so much time on them, you get to know them, and you almost get a feeling that they belong, or they become part of you. So not easy to say goodbye to something that's become a family member, but we just had to get on with it, pack our stuff and get going. Cheers. The last bit of Bahamas, Kalik. We made it.
Good memories.
26,000 miles later, and we've come to a sticky end.
Yeah.
Very sad. But
it is a bittersweet moment.
Yeah, we picked up the last few things that were left on the boat. There wasn't a lot left. The boat was riding unbelievably high out of the water. It was incredible to see how much weight had come off over the last month with all the unpacking, etc. Just time for us to move on, to face the new paths in the future, and hoping that someday we'd be back on the ocean again to continue our quest to do a circumnavigation. Yeah, we were headed to Charleston to spend some time with our family, where an interesting twist of fate led us back to the very first boat that came out of the Nexus factory back in 2011. I get to make a reacquaintance with her in the port at Charleston.
It's pretty well kitted out now.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting to go and see it. Jeez, I sailed on that. That's 11 years ago.
Tell you what we've done with that.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to go and do a little story on it.
Are you going right now?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll walk down there with you guys.
For sure, okay.
Let's go.
I'd been contacted by Sid Schuler, who is busy building a new 52-foot balance in South Africa, and met up with Will Miller, owner of the multi-hull company that does the warranty work for the balance catamarans in America. So here's a huge coincidence. We come down to Charleston and end up meeting Sid, who's got the new boat Edisto, which is coming out in April. Turns out that there's a balance here. I didn't know it. She's now, what is the name of her, Dave, now?
Silver Girl.
Silver Girl.
Yeah.
And that's actually the original Nexus 1, which we sold over in 2011. And it was the first 601 to come out of the factory. So, yeah, this is amazing. I'm going to see her again after 11 years, 12 years, and yeah, make acquaintance. So join us in Charleston next week as we do a once over on the new Silver Girl as she gets her refit, and check out what they've done with her. This will be the first leg of our new journey as we head back to South Africa. One never fully understands where the road will lead. I hope that we'll be able to do a few more programs like this, and some about the deliveries that we do, and of the fishing and any other offshore adventures that I get involved in the future. I'm talking to Sid about a delivery to the Caribbean in November already, so there's stuff in the pipeline, and who knows where all this will lead. Thanks so much for everybody who's followed us so far and made comments and kept in touch with us. We've really enjoyed the journey, and I hope that we'll be able to continue it into the future. Make sure you continue watching, subscribe, and we'll see you next week on the next offshore adventure. Ciao for now.